Hello，大家好，欢迎大家来到读书时间。我们今天继续读《Soft Hearts: A Rett Swinson Mystery》这本书。好，我们现在开始。Chapter 17: The Conversation. I blind it for the rabbit. Blind it for the rabbit's hat. A mostly vegetarian restaurant that made believers out of even the most loyal carnivore. Carnivore, an animal that feeds on other animals. Like all of make out of even the most loyal carnivore. Like all of Peggy's restaurants, the dining room of the Rabbit's Hat smelled magical. I worked my way to the belly-up bar where patrons had a front row view of her culinary artistry. Culinary artistry. Let myself into the kitchen where I found my friend pulling a tray of puffed up pita bread out of a stone oven. Peggy, what the hell did you just do to me? My friend put on the mask of innocence. What? What? You know exactly what. You named that whole menu after me, even the spam. She wiped her face with her apron. Well, you did say at our last gathering, and I quote, Kaylee can eat me. Okay, I said, remembering the conversation now. But I didn't say she could drink me too. I couldn't resist that touch. Wasn't that Greek vintage just wonderful? Yes, but I don't think Kaylee enjoyed it. She looked like she'd swallowed a bug. Then I will consider the evening a rousing success. After that little stunt, you may never get hired to cater ever again. Good, because I hate catering. You mean you manipulated Kaylee and Ellen into hiring you just for me? She put her pinky to the corner of her mouth. Dr. Evil style, maybe. And who told Kaylee you liked to call Peg? You hate being called Peg. I know, and all my friends know it too. So when she name drops around town, everyone will think she's lying about knowing you. Precisely. I launched into a cathartic belly laugh. Cathartic. Probably. Belief of the open expression. Purify. I can't believe, girl, you need to calm down and I need to catch a breath. Follow me. I matched her steps to the back of the kitchen, through a storeroom, and past the walk-in freezer to a door that led into pitch dark. When she flicked on the light, I realized I was standing in the equivalent of a loft apartment. Where am I? Asked. This is where I unwind. You think I want to sit in the dining room and get harassed by my customers? Unwind. Undo, be undone after winding or being wound. Relax after a period of work or tension. Are you saying you're misanthrope? Misanthrope. Person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society. Misanthrope. If that means sourpuss, you'd be spot on. Sourpuss. Sourpuss, a bad-tempered or habituated certain person. Sourpuss. She made me sit on the comfiest sofa ever and plopped straight across from me. Now tell me everything. Did Kaylee choke on the oyster and Alan had to give her the Heineken maneuver right then and there? Maneuver. Heineken. Maneuver. I gave her a play-by-play of my conversation with Kaylee Stephanie in hospitable entry. And the hospitable, harsh and difficult to live in. And the magnificent job Anna did embracing the hell out of me. Embarrassing the hell out of me. That's Anna, Peggy said, always on task. Then I related something else from the party. Learning from Art about Brad and Gail's recent night on the town. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for their conversation of all the suspects in Wana's murder. I still feel they are the most suspicious. Peggy rose and poked her head into the kitchen. Mitch, could you ask the wait staff to come back here for a second, please? And will you ask Vanessa to bring me one of those real estate guides from the lobby? Thanks, hon. You don't have to go through all this trouble, Peggy, I said. Please, Harriet, call me Peg, she said with a wink. Peggy's voice turned serious a moment later as we were enjoyed by 2 waiters and 2 waitresses. Did any of you serve a couple here last Saturday who looked like this?" She held up a picture of Brad and Gail from the Homes and Land Guide. "They're kind of famous. You've probably seen their billboards." One of the waitresses raised a hand. "They were in my section. Did they complain about their service?" "Not at all." "Okay, you, Alyssa, stay. The rest of you can go." Once the other had left, Peggy asked Alyssa conspiratorially, "What did you observe regarding this couple? Were they having a good time?" "Having a ball." "What did they order?" "Having a ball." What did they order? "The prime rib and scallops." "Really?" Peggy flashed a raised brow to intrigue at me. "The evening's token carnival entree." She returned her attention to Alyssa. "Did you hear them talking about anything in particular?" Am I going to get into trouble?" "Why would you get into trouble, Alyssa? You are the best server I have. Just don't tell the others I said so." "I'll be sure to." "Yes, I did hear them talking while I was serving the next table over." "You can do 2 conversations at once?" I asked. "It helps. That way I always know if other table is needing me to come by, and I look like I'm reading their minds." "Impressive," said Peggy. "Please remind me to bump up your base salary." "Who will do?" "Now tell us what they said." "Well, the woman said, 'This happens to the nicest people sometimes.'" "Oh my," Peggy observed. "And?" Alyssa paused. Peggy frowned. "Come on, Alyssa." "Sorry," said the waitress. "I'm just trying to remember." And then the man said, "I just had to make sure that the timing was right." And then she said, "My dear, you acted not a moment too soon." "My dear, you acted not a moment too soon." And then they clinked wine glasses. Peggy's eyes became wide. "What did you think when you heard that?" "I thought they were just sharing some sort of inside joke." "Sounds devious to me." "Devious," showing a skillful use of underhand tactics to achieve goals. "Devious. Sounds devious to me." "Me too," I asked. "How did they act as they left?" "Did they seem nervous in any way?" "A little self-conscious, maybe." The guests at 1 or 2 of the tables recognized them and said hello. "How did they tip?" asked Peggy. "Just curious." Alyssa shrugged. "Not great. About $15 on a $120 meal." Peggy smirked. "I guess some real estate agents think maybe they only get 6%. Maybe everyone else should too." Smirk, smiling a irritatingly silly way. A $20 entree isn't the same thing as the $1 million home, I said. That entree was 36, corrected Peggy. Beg your pardon? It didn't matter. If a couple can murder a neighbor, they can certainly stiff a waitress. Back home, I played back every moment of the party in my head. I wish I could have been quicker with comebacks, but I was secretly delighted with myself for having confronted Kaylee in the first place. I was also invigorated by what the rabbit hats waitress had remembered. Invigorate. Give strength or energy to. Had remembered of Brad and Gal's private conversation. Added to the other detail I'd discovered, their final purchase, according to Margaret, of the Falls Lake home. I thought it fitting to call Daryl and inform him. 好，谢谢大家，我们今天先读到这里吧，那我们下次再见了，拜拜。